Recently we've shown you here this new Mercedes GLB, the new family SUV by Mercedes, so a lot of space on the interior, but based on the A-Class platform, so to say, the A-Class long wheelbase platform from the A-Class that is sold in China. So very interesting vehicle, but now there's a performance version, the Mercedes GLB 35 AMG. Does that work, and how does it work visually and also performance-wise? Let's find out together here in Autogefühl. Exterior and interior from this first premiere. Soon we'll drive it, but now let's dig deeper. Let's go. In the front, although it's a family SUV, the GLB already has a strong look, and especially here in the AMG version, those vertical fins here in the front grille looks really menacing, and especially in the lower end here with the contrasting silver. Headlamps start with halogen, then optional you can get LED, and optional the multi-beam LED also with extended high beam function that you also see here. Also in a nice racing red tone, so overall I think from the front it already works as an AMG version. Oh, what's your take on that? 4.63 meters, 15'2" or 182 inches is the length of Mercedes GLB, and that was a little bit strange because everyone was thinking, hey, it's between GLA and GLC, but it's not. So it's just slightly shorter than the Mercedes GLC, almost the very same length. Very interesting. And then this one here is the AMG version. 19 to 20 inch wheels, and those one are indeed the biggest one, 21 inch. And of course, car sits a little bit lower. Usually you get a normal suspension, then you can also optionally go for an adaptive suspension, and this one here comes with the adaptive suspension but in an AMG setting, which is a little bit stiffer, still with those crossover wheel arches, and you can see the whole car sits lower, and wow, I mean, I think the GLB is really a very interesting car because, you know, exterior dimension and interior space, you will soon see that. But then again, to me, it's not the most beautiful of their SUVs, and then as an AMG version, I think in the front it works very well, but here on the side profile, sitting so low, it looks a little bit, you know, like aftermarket-ish. I don't know. What's your take on that? Not too keen on that on very first look. Maybe I'm getting used to it, but so far, And now to the rear, and I think here again it works somehow to have a more aggressive styling. Pretty much straight hatch alike. Then we have the silver contrast right here, modern tail lamp. Yeah, I mean, why not? And then the lower part, of course, a little bit stronger, and those ones are pure beauty tips. Fake exhaust alert again. So the real exhaust are, well, you can see them through that one in the inside. Then the strong diffuser. But again, front and rear works pretty well also as the AMG version. AMG GLB 35 4MATIC. Yeah, 4MATIC of course stands for the all-wheel drive. Here, since this one is the front-wheel driven platform, it's front plus rear on demand. So what do we have here? Usual for the GLB, 2-liter 4-cylinder engines, both diesel and petrol aside, so different choices there. And this one here is also 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo petrol engine, in this case 306 horsepower. We also know that from the A-Class 35. 5.2 seconds is the acceleration figure to 100 kilometers or 62 miles an hour. Yeah, pretty strong for such a car. Also with this AMG design here. Of course, this one is not this concept, one man, one engine. It's more stock engine-like, but definitely AMG power tuned. And again, all-wheel drive front plus rear on demand. Maximum distribution is 50-50, actually. So will this work in this very car? I'm, really anxious to see that. We will drive that one also very soon. Really looking forward to that. And of course, if it will sell, people actually are interested to have this kind of engine in this kind of car. Would really be interested in your comments. Please leave them below. Let's discuss this. And now to the interior, which is the special thing about this car. First of all, door closing sound. That sounds very solid, and they use a lot of insulation materials all around, and therefore one problem of the A-Class platform all around, A-Class, B-Class, A-Class sedan, CLA, GLB, so all of this front-driven platform, they have a problem here with the doors. I mean, again, I think it's also a problem with insulation. If you don't slam them, it always stays like this, you know? So here on the show, when there's motor show, you always see open doors with A-Class, B-Class, GLB and so on. You really have to slam them really hard, then they close properly. So also an important hint when you buy such a vehicle yourself. Then interior, they can use nice leather red here in different colors available. It looks like animal skin, but it's not. Then also here at the inside doors, you control the seats. Also galvanized handles and so on, a lot of space at the inside of the door. And then, as this one is the AMG version, you have an AMG entry badge right there. You also have, as from bigger AMGs, this flat bottom steering wheel. Then with those driving mode selector on the right side, this will be illuminated. Left side for the suspension. Right side you pick up the phone, voice control, and the thumb control. Left side for the ACC. Then also soft touch at the top of the dashboard. Then there's this dual screen setup, soon more to that when we talk about the all interior from the other perspective. Those ones here are animal skin seats as far as my research goes. But the GLB does offer a lot of choices, different colors of Art Deco or Ambitex leather red, and we've shown you also in the other review where you won't believe it's non-animal based, really high quality also available, and also for the AMG would be standard Dynamica microfiber on the inside and Art Deco or Ambitex leather red on the outside. This is also a very recommended choice, and you don't have to pay anything extra then, because the GLB here as the AMG will be very expensive. That's a problem, because otherwise the GLB is a very attractive offer. For example, the German entry price is below 40k, so like I think 34 or something. So yes, the good thing is it's almost the same length as a GLC, but it's definitely way cheaper than a GLC. So that could be one of the main reasons to go for the GLB. Here, smooth process here with the steering wheel can be adjusted. And the cool thing is you have so much space here. It reminds me a little bit of the GLK, which I really like, the predecessor actually of the GLC, but in a way this one is also a successor of a GLK because it also has this upright off-roadish building form. And this is a panoramic roof in here. Still I have enough headroom with 1.86 or 6'1". This one is also panoramic roof. The car is not powered, but this can also be opened. And you got a nice upright seating position here, more comfortable than other A-Class platform cars. So that's also again an advantage for the GLB. Yes, it's maybe not the most beautiful from the side profile, but it surely gets beautiful from the comfort when you sit in here. Interior overview, yeah, it's basic A-Class platform, so we can also see it on the interior. Just this one is new, this cylindric form as an additional decor element, and then those spectacular round vents. Also with nice clicking sounds. And the base would be 7-inch screens left and right, and then optional both sides you can upgrade to 10.25 inch as you see it now, and then it forms also this 2 horizontal units. So left side you control with the left thumb usually, then the digital instruments. Car not properly powered at the moment, then we will also have some interior screens right there. And then the right side you can use via touch. It also has this new MBUX system where you have this "Hey Mercedes" voice activation. "Drive me to Berlin," not sure. "Please drive me to Berlin," not sure if it's working at the moment. Let's see, so you can have "Drive me to Berlin." And yes, I'm holding the microphone there because there's a speaker right there. So you see, now we're driving to Berlin. And it also works with temperature or maybe opening or closing the panoramic roof. So that's pretty cool, this new MBUX voice input, one of the best on the market together with the new system by BMW. But again, you can also control the infotainment system here with the right thumb. That's possible. And then if we go a little bit lower down, you also have this touchpad here where you can control the infotainment system as well. So that is all possible. Android Auto, Apple CarPlay connection with cable. Then you can slide open this unit in the front. You have an inductive charging pad together with one USB-C device where you can connect your smartphone then for the smartphone mirroring. We have some adaptive cup holders there right in the front. And then driving modes here in this middle part as well. This is just to put your hand on there. There will be also a special AMG driving mode with, you know, a little bit less control of the electronic stability control and so on. Oh, by the way, didn't forget here the climate unit. Again, one of my favorite clicking sounds, together with the old ACs by Audi when there were still those knobs. Then the middle, this is always a problem. They are not that aligned right there. I'm not sure if you can pick it up on camera, Jonas. So this is, I think, general problem here. I mean, it's an expensive premium car, so they should make that a little bit better, I think. And then the last thing in the middle console is when we open this middle armrest and we have this open in a split way, and then there are two more USB-C charging devices. So they said all says on the USB-C now. Yeah, some still need adapters for that, or you know, we can get new cables even for the iPhone, like USB-C to Lightning or something. So the good thing is, both, either way you put it like up or down, it doesn't have a direction. You know, the cable always fits. That's the good thing with USB-C, even though I don't have direct USB-C devices myself yet. So I would like to know from you guys, what do you think about this interior if you take another complete perspective right there. Also, for example, with soft touch here on the dashboard. So actually quite well processed. It looks like a high-class premium car already, although it's, you know, just a GLB. But then again, AMG version will already be expensive. One thing though, this one here, not sure if you can now see Jonas or you can see me or other journalists waiting outside. Sorry guys, we are in depth here. Then this one here, this is a little bit cheap, you know, just this plastic. Could be a frameless one. Again, the AMG version will probably be like 60k or something in price. And then you can also have a more high-class back mirror. Now to the rear, you can see, first of all, same styling as in the front. And then the rear bench can be slid forward and backward. And I put 1/3 backward and the other third forward, and you can see the massive difference. So you can really put the trunk longer if you want, or you can increase the legroom to the max. So very flexible, and with those handles here, you can also flip the back part or just vary it while sitting there. I will first test the rear bench here for you, because I mean, when you buy this one as an AMG version, yes, you want to have some fun, but you still primarily maybe buy it for the family or something. So all the way back, or like this, all the way forward. And when you have it all the way back, massive amounts of leg room. That's pretty cool, really amazing. That's the big advantage of this vehicle. And then you can put it all the way back like this, or a little bit more upright, just, you know, as you like it. And it's a very comfortable car in the rear. It's actually one of the Mercedes that makes most sense. Headroom does work here, even though when you don't have the panoramic roof, you'll be a little bit more flexible with the headroom. And you can also sit in the middle part here. It's a little bit harder, but still, it works also with five 5 tall adults. It's sometimes a little bit hard on the brain when you hear on the motor shows, like 1,000 people running around and everything is hectic and stuff, and then you have to cancel some of the shots you do meanwhile, and 5 people walk through the lens. So what Jonas and I here, our team for the IA Motor Show, we always try to keep it calm and collected. Then here's some cup holders inbuilt right there, like this. Isofix, of course, at the outside seats. Even this middle part you can just control individually. Well, in the front there's really enough space then, and then there are some 2 USB-C devices or chargers in the top part, and you just feel so much at home when sitting here in the rear compartment. Also with a split panoramic roof, you can also use the shades when it's maybe too hot. Well, and then of course, what about getting to those 6th and 7th seats? This is of course really interesting. You do not have to get them if you want a rather clear trunk, so to say. You can also go with the 5-seater version. But you can also go for the 7-seater version. Does it make sense? I mean, not too sure about that, but maybe you are seeking a 7-seater and then you can get one from Mercedes now, one that you can actually, well, Mercedes is always expensive, yes, as a premium vehicle, but this one, of course, less expensive than most of the other ones. Jonas takes the first shot, and then you can see you can get in there, and those are the 6th and the 7th seat there. And it really depends on also how is the front bench organized. And let me check it out. So when I get, now it's Thomas workout starting, always when there are 5 or 7 seaters. So I could still sit away like this. Then I go around. So, come on guys, this gets really exciting now. Yes. Getting here. Oh, the suit doesn't like that much. My tailor will be watching this and saying like, Thomas, what the hell are you doing? So let's say, well, first of all here, sitting here. Oh, by the way, this is here, live on Autogefühl, this plastic cover. This was hopefully going off, but you can just push it on again. Just that we're showing it, everything is authentic here. Well, pushing up the head restraint. I can sit here, although it's a little bit cramped. I do exactly fit, I put my head a little bit back, I do hit the ceiling. But I mean, it could work for shorter routes, could theoretically. Let's see. Now, I would be in the seat where I could still sit in front of that and it could directly work. So, I mean, it's not a super long car, but it is somewhat astonishing that it still could work. We had other bigger 7-seaters where we had basically the same result, So, of course, it's not meant to be driven with 7 tall adults. But, if not everyone is like very tall in the front, that still works. What is cool that they thought about ISOFIX in the rear seats here. So if you have, let's say, 5 small children with, let's say, with 4 child seats, which you can put in here on the rear seats, that could then work. So you are definitely more flexible thinking about the next soccer game, for example. So what about the trunk area here? Electric hatch we got. And then this is a setup as a 6 and 7 seat would still be up. So just, minor space left, some cubby hole underneath. But then, oh, that's the other way, yeah, like this. This is a nice solution here, the red handles, and then they flip automatically, like this. So if you have the 5-seater, there would be still some storage underneath here. You can check that out in our other review episode we already have from GLB. Oh, USB-C device chargers, also in the 2 actually in the rear for the 6 and 7 seat. Nice that I thought of that. So, and then we'll flip this one here again, like this, and go the other way around, and then, wow, I mean, this is pretty cool, and those square dimensions really help you. Thinking about putting mountain bikes inside, just remove the front wheels, put a blanket over that, and then there we go. And that's also a reason, I mean, you can do a lot of things with that car, and that is really massive. So, for this one here, big thumbs up. And now to a conclusion for today with the Mercedes-AMG GLB 35. Yeah, not 53. That would be probably a little bit too strong for this car. Well, but what's your take on that? A performance version of this family SUV? You could say, why not? Why not having fun and still offering a lot of flexibility? Because the ratio of exterior space and then what space you have on the interior is really good, and therefore I also really like this vehicle. Yeah, it's not my favorite as for design from the side, but I really like in the front and also in the rear. Just the side profile, especially in the AMG version. I don't know, maybe it will grow on me, but so far, first look, I'm not too excited about it. But driving-wise, it will probably be scoring quite well. It has a longer wheelbase than a normal A-Class, yes. But then again, it's still not such a long car. It's also pretty light, so this can actually work quite well, also performance-wise. We're looking forward to test that one. The interior is really a great thing. It has a good build quality. They have great animal skin alternatives, which are really high class. So, and even 7-seater option in an AMG vehicle. I haven't seen that yet. Now it's there. What do you think, guys? Hope you're also tuning into other episodes here from the IAA Motor Show. And of course, also, if you haven't seen the initial episode we've done with the GLB, with a non-AMG version, you should definitely check that out. We always link interesting videos which are related to the current video in the video description and also in the pinned comment. Thank you.